What is up, gamers, casuals, and all of you beautiful people? Welcome to episode 40, the big 40 of the weekly patch notes. I am your boy Thamziri, and with me I've got Kid Kojo. What's good, Holmes?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm Gucci, bro. I'm fresh. And also with us we have Maxwell. What's good, King?
Oh yeah, it's all good. Fresh as I miss.
Hey, shout out Paolo. Oh wait, bro. Alright, and we're going to be bringing you guys some lovely gaming tidbits. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe just so that you know whenever we release. And to all you beautiful subscribers out there, welcome back to another episode. We're going to get into it just now. But before we do, is there any admin from anyone?
I just want to say, Kojo,
Yes.
why have you never told me about the existence of Hershey's Chocolate World?
You're joking. You never knew Hershey's the chocolate.
No, I was today years old when I found out about it. But I'm like, damn, that is fuck Disney World, fuck Nintendo World. That is a bucket list place to go to.
Of course, bro.
And I'm shocked Kojo never told me about it. I'm appalled.
Why does Kojo like chocolate?
What, you didn't know of its existence?
One, I had no idea it existed. Two, you stopped eating sweet things a long time ago. So even if I knew, why would I tell you?
That's a bar.
Even then, though, I do have that occasional, what do you call it when, that occasional craving where I'm just like, no, I've got a sweet tooth right now. On average, yes, I don't eat sweet stuff. But once in a while, that craving just hits you and you need to satisfy it. And I'm just like, I could go to Hershey's Chocolate World and die a happy man.
Yeah, no, that's the sweetest thing
If
I've
you
ever heard.
haven't seen it, you should check it out. Kojo, I implore you to check it out. You of all people would be able to appreciate it.
All right.
I bet. Thanks, Max. Kojo, do you have any admin?
Nah.
Okay, I don't have much on my side either, but hey. Alright, then, moving on then, to the gaming news. Max, what's been going on in the world, bro?
Alright, so it's been pretty dry this week, unless there's things you guys want to point out to. But there are two things of note coming from me. The first thing is that Valve is changing the currency payment scheme of 25 countries on Steam, changing them from local currency to US dollars. This is happening to countries like Argentina due to its currency volatility being experienced due to currency volatility being experienced in these areas. Therefore, to help developers have stable prices for their games, instead of having to adjust to the volatility that keeps happening, the dollar has been adopted instead. This will mean that some regions will see their game price go up, while others will see their game price go down. The 25 countries affected all belong to the LATAM and MENA regions, and the change will occur on November 20th of this year. Then, moving along to the final bit of news I wanted to speak about, Xbox held an event this past week called the Partner Preview. It was an event to preview third-party games coming to the system. Kojo, are you going to tackle this topic in your gaming corner?
Nope.
All right, then if you guys don't mind, I would like to just quickly go through, well, not really quickly, I would like to go through the games which popped up on the event.
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right, so we had Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which is another game in the Like a Dragon series, scheduled for release on January 26th of next year. I believe that's all there is to say about this game, as it is quite a mainstream and popular enough game that I don't think I need to go into the nitty-gritties of what Like a Dragon's all about. Then we had a game called Still Wakes the Deep. And I think it's either an Xbox exclusive or timed exclusive, because when researching this game, I could only find Xbox related promotional material for it. But basically, it looks like a walking simulator on an abandoned and haunted ocean oil rig. I can't tell if a goal is to get off the rig or discover its mystery or get it functional again. But anyway, if a description and footage tickle your fancy, it's scheduled for release in early 2024. That's all we've been told about that. Next game was Icaro Will Not Die, another game that seems to be an Xbox exclusive, as no other platform seems to be doing promos for it. This trailer was an announcement trailer, so there's no release date or window attached to it yet. And for me, this looks like one of the more interesting games that was shown. As long as the gameplay isn't janky and manages to be smooth, I think this will do reasonably well, as it seems to be a fast-paced, arcade-like 3D beat-em-up. It's made by Future Lab Game, the developers behind Power Wash Simulator. So that's a pretty big leap from those two types of game, but we'll see how it goes. Then the next thing which was shown was RoboCop Rogue City, scheduled to release on November 2nd. This is the first-person shooter walking simulator. If that sounds weird, it's because the game looks weird so far, in that it's hard to tell if a slow-paced shooting game will resonate with gamers. But we'll see how people feel about it when it eventually comes out. I am going to guess that this game is going to get a 75 on Metacritic, there and about. That's my guess. Then we had Dungeons of Hinterberg, an Xbox exclusive game scheduled for 2024. Not much has been revealed about this game. We had its announcement back at the Xbox showcase 4 months ago, and now this update, but we just know that it revolves around dungeon exploration like an RPG, and you can talk to townspeople and townsfolk in I think the main hub area. I don't exactly know what it is, where they will give you useful things. I don't know if it's useful in the sense of information or useful in the sense of it helps your stats and dungeon exploration. I don't know, but the premise personally interests me, but I'm not a fan of the art style, as I find that shaded art looks really, really unappealing for me. When I see that shaded art style on games, immediately I'm like, nah, I'm not even going to bother with this game, even if the premise of the game looks interesting. Call me an elitist, but that's just what it is for me. Then we were shown Spirit of the North 2, a sequel to Spirit of the North that came out 4 years ago. The first game came out on PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC, with its highest score being a 65 on Metacritic for the PS4. I believe it got a 59 on the Nintendo Switch and maybe a 54 on the PC, I don't remember. The gameplay seems reminiscent of Journey in that traversal and discovery seem to be key elements where you'll be controlling a fox and roaming places. Next game, we have Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Once again, not much to say about this one except that the graphics look really good. I'm not into MGS, so this is a game I'll happily pass on, but let's see if the hardcores will enjoy it and if Konami can get MGS right without Kojima's input. Next game, we have The Finals. This game looks like an arena shooter. I really cannot tell, but it looks like a lot of fun. I don't know if it'll click with people because the games that are always online don't get the support that they need. A lot of companies want to do the bare minimum to maximize profits, and players quickly catch on to this. Otherwise, open beta started on the 26th of October, and there's no indication of how long it'll run, but it's available on Steam and current gen platforms only. After that, we have Manor Lords. If you like building games and RTS games, this is probably for you. Imagine things like City Builder or Theme Park Builder meets Age of Empires, except here is strictly the medieval setting. This game will be coming to PC Game Pass next year on April 26. And the penultimate game is Ark Survival Ascended. This is just another Ark Survival game. I'm not going to waste time getting into it. If you know, you know. And if you don't, then this game is probably not for you, and I doubt this will be the game that gets you into the Ark Survival franchise. The game currently has no release window, but it is available on Steam currently. And from the comments I've been seeing people making, it seems to be buggy. Then lastly, Alan Wake 2. Not much to say about this game. It's about to launch at the time of recording, and the game has been looking good. So I personally expect a Metacritic score of 83. However, that was my expectations. I went on and saw that the game has been released, and I see
Stop.
Okay, fine. I'll leave that to you, and we'll go into it when it officially comes out and you bring it up and you ask Tommy what score it got. So, Tommy, just remember, I was predicting around 83. That would be your key point to make your guess next week.
Okay.
Otherwise, all that was shown of it is a launch trailer because it's coming out. And that's it for the gaming news. Anything you guys want to add?
Nah. Kodro?
I guess I can quickly add that on the Microsoft side, with the acquisition of Activision, Microsoft has been reshuffling, I believe it's marketing team, where now Sarah Bond is the president of Xbox, Matt Booty is the president of marketing or something like that, but people's positions have been reshuffled, or their titles have been reshuffled with the new acquisition. So that seems to be a lot of promotions for different people. And damn, man, all of them are old. It's depressing. But anyway, Kojo, do you have anything to add?
No news from me this time around.
That is news on itself.
Bars. Alright. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Nothing from my side, yeah. Moving on to the gaming corner. Kojo, what has been released, bruh?
Well, Tommy, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway. So yeah, my apologies once again. So let's get into what has been released. First off, we have SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake again, released, making its appearance on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, released on October 23rd, 2023. We have Cities Skylines 2, released on PC, released on October 24th, 2023. Tommy, what do you think its Metacritic score is? Voice crack.
Since it's it's like a Sim City Builder type, I'm gonna say 88.
88. Okay, Maxwell.
Since I have no interest in these type of games and I don't follow them, I'm gonna guess 82.
82. Okay, it is currently sitting at a 75.
Damn.
And
seems about right.
It's been plagued with some issues, some launch issues, stability issues. People the performance, so people are not really keen on it. Well, for now, I'm sure once the fixes come in, it'll be fine. But for now, it's a bit rocky for people. Next, we have the yearly game that everybody looks forward to. Okay, not everybody. That a lot of people look forward to, and I'm not being sarcastic because a lot of people do look forward to this game. And that is, of course, I am talking about Just Dance 24. Released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and the Switch. Released on October 24th, 2023. Tell me, what's its Metacritic score?
78.
78, Maxwell?
I'm going 72.
Okay, looks like Maxwell wins this one. It's 71.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, we have, bouncing off what Maxwell said, we have in his news section, we have Metal Gear Solid: The Master Collection Volume 1, which I believe, give me a minute, comes with Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Remastered. and it came out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC, released on October 24th, 2023. Tell me, what's its Metacritic score?
I'm gonna give it a 90.
Okay, Maxwell.
This one I did see, and if I remember, unless the score has changed, if I remember correctly, it got a 75.
It's a 78.
Close enough.
So, yeah. Next up, we have a new Lord of the Rings game. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, released on PC on October 24th, 2023. I was watching a few streamers play it earlier this week. Doesn't look like my type of thing. But, well, it's a new Lord of the Rings game. Guess its Metacritic score, Tammy.
69.
Okay, nice. Maxwell, what do you think?
I'm guessing 68. I didn't hear anything about this game, so I'm assuming it just came out and no one cared. So 68.
68. Well, it had a bit like the developers behind it paid some streamers to play it, or sponsored. Let me not say paid. Sponsored some streamers to play it, some big names even.
But isn't sponsoring paying?
It is, but I don't want to. It is, but they prefer sponsored. Streamers say, oh, this stream is sponsored by this game. They don't say, hey, these people paid me to play this game. You know what I'm saying? Semantics. It's the same thing, but
fair enough.
So, looks like Tommy wins this one. Tommy, you get a chocolate. It is sitting at a 69. Nice. On Metacritic.
Hey, the score of 69 is 8 something.
That is so unfair. So there was no way I could have gotten it unless I also said 69.
Well, yeah.
Let me win one, dog. Let me win one.
Blame the score.
Hey, we just win one.
Nah, I want to win them all.
Okay, Ash Ketchum.
Hey, dog.
This guy. Next, we have Stray Souls, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, released on October 25th, 2023. We have Battle Cakes, released on PC on October 26th, 2023. We have Dave the Diver making its appearance on the Switch, released on October 26th, 2023. This game came out earlier this year on other platforms and it made a wave. It was received highly positively. I am expecting to see a few nominations at the Game Awards for this game. So, its current Switch score is a 90 on Metacritic. So yeah. Next up, we have Frog Detective: The Entire Mystery, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, released on October 26th, 2023. Next, we have Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord, released on PlayStation VR 2 and Quest, released on October 26th, 2023. Next up, we have Ghost Runner 2, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, released on October 26th, 2023. Tell me, what is his Metacritic score?
73, Jack.
73. Okay, Maxwell.
Yeah, I'm going 78.
78. Okay, Maxwell was the closest. It's sitting at an 80.
Nice.
Yep. Next up, we have Mineko's Night Market, making its appearance on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, released on October 26th, 2023. We have World of Horror, released on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Switch, released on October 26th, 2023. Next up, we have Alan Wake 2, released on October 27th, on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Maxwell knows the score, so tell me, what is the score on Metacritic?
81.
81. Maxwell, tell him.
89.
God damn.
It's dropped to an 88.
Yeah.
As of the time of recording. But 88 is still a brilliant score.
Yep. Anything above, I would actually argue anything above 85 is a game of the year contender score.
Yeah. And finally, we have a game that people are looking forward to. EA Sports UFC 5, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series on October 27th, 2023. Now, one last thing. This is not a game, but it's game adjacent, and this one should interest Tommy because Tommy loves all things horror and scary Pardon?
I think I know what you're about to mention because I was going to mention it if you didn't, but you go.
Okay, so, and this is also one of your favorite franchises, Tommy. Yes, I'm of course talking about the film release of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Damn it, no. But I want to hear about this too. Is it about the
No, I was just saying. No. I was just gonna say that at the time of recording, it hasn't released yet, but it will be released soon. But the Metacritic reviews are out, so but I'm sure reviews will still coming over the days. But right now, based on 12 critic reviews, tell me what do you think its Metacritic score is?
Wait, Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes?
Metacritic.
I'm gonna say 58.
58. Okay. Maxwell?
This is a hard one because I know it's Rotten Tomato or Tomato score. So I'm going to gauge off of that and I'm going to say 41.
41. Okay. So Maxwell said 41. Tell me what you say again. You said 50?
58.
58. Would you believe if I told you it's currently sitting at a 29?
Yeah, I would.
Although I would say that for the Rotten Tomato score, the argument for it was that, oh, this is just the general public reviewing it. Obviously, they're not going to understand it. But when the niche audience who it was made for finally get their hands on it, it will have a better score.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's early days. The movie is yet to come out as of the time of recording. So it's early days. We will update you on its score.
But does that sit right with you though? Because can't you say that for anything? That no, the real fans understand it. When reality is the real fans are more lenient towards it because they understand we would never. This is the closest we'll ever get to something being done for us. So their score is very generous, as opposed to the general public who have no attachment and don't give a rat's ass are actually giving a genuine reaction to the product.
Yeah, but I seem to recall someone, I'm not going to mention names, but I seem to recall someone on the internet, or let me not say on the internet, I seem to recall someone who, when Sonic Frontiers came out, the general public gave their scores and they were not kind. And then this person was like, no, we should wait for the actual fans to get their hands on this because they care more about what the fans think. Not mentioning names.
Look, I'm going to defend myself on that and
Who said I talked about you?
Hey, you're clearly talking about me, but I'm just going to defend myself and say I did not take anything away from the general audience score. It got a 70-something, which in Sonic terms, that's actually a pretty good score. And I understand why they say in Sonic terms, because Sonic does not get good scores, because audiences are jaded on what Sonic is supposed to be. So when you're getting in the 70s, it's actually, that means the Sonic game is pretty decent. So I wanted to see the audience score because I wanted to see what do Sonic fans think of this. So I wasn't taking anything away from the general audience. I was like, okay, cool. That's the 75 from the general audience. The general audience are lukewarmish to Sonic. But what do the Sonic fans think? Oh, okay. For the Sonic fans, they think this was really good by Sega. That's where I'm coming from for that. Whereas with this, it being a movie, I feel like the judging criteria differs. Would you not agree?
No, I get where you're coming from. I get it. You know, it's a movie. A lot of people go see it. A lot of people are interested in the,
more moviegoers are casual goers than more gaming people are casual players. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still casual players, but when you pick up a game, most of the time you're picking up the game because you know a thing or two about it. Whereas when you go watch a movie, it could just be, oh, I like animated movies, or oh, I need to take my kids to go watch this to distract them. Like I'm thinking, how I would judge a Mario game is different to how I would judge a Mario movie.
Yeah, I see that. Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so bringing it home, yeah, that is Five Nights at Freddy's. Honestly, it's a movie tie-in game. Movie tie-in game? What did I just say? It is a movie based on a game franchise. So I didn't expect it to do well, but
Neither
to
did I.
just a 29, that's harsh.
For me, Five Nights at Freddy was never really the interesting one. What I'm interested to see is just Markiplier's movie and see how that does, because supposedly he's the horror lover, and I want to see what he produces and what comes out of that.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually keen to see what he released. A teaser trailer. It doesn't show much. For those wanting to know, the movie is called Iron Lung. It's based on a video game he played called also of the same name, which I watched his playthrough. It was like 40 minutes long. The game is short, so it'll be interesting. The game is. I'll be interested to see how they make a movie out of it, because the game is.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I was hoping you're gonna say it's based off of Ocean Gate.
Too soon. Too soon. Way too soon. Ocean Gate. God, I forgot about that. Anyway. Oh yeah, 2023 has been a year, guys. It's been a year. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Five Nights at Freddy's. That is it for the releases of the week, and that is it for the gaming corner.
Oh wait, thanks, bro. You see, now when you spoke about the whole FNAF thing, I thought were gonna mean the brawl that happened during the debut movie. So for those who don't know, a fight broke out.
Wait. I would just like to interject. Twitter quickly got onto those community notes and said that the fight was fake.
Hey, okay, cool. I thought it was that. Okay, nah, perfect. Okay, thank you. Alright, but wait, I had something other than that. But I forget now. God damn it. Okay, it's fine. Another time.
Jujutsu Kaisen's peak fiction.
Man, everyone's gushing over that flippin' latest whatever shit episode. Anyways, moving on. Max, anything from your side? Gaming corner-esque?
No, nada.
That brings us to the halfway point. If you're liking the episode so far, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe and follow for more. Alright, now moving into the content creator side. Amouranth has revealed that a beer company wants her vaginal yeast to become a new flavor. So let's get into that.
That is disgusting. What?
Hold on.
Bruh.
Wait, hold
on. That is so
Bruh.
disgusting. I wonder when they're going to sell it here so I can ignore it.
Why are you lying?
Hint. Wink.
Sorry, Tommy.
You're gonna quench his thirst. So yeah, Kick and OnlyFriends star Caitlin, aka Amouranth Siragusa, has revealed that a beer company in Poland will be using her vaginal yeast as an ingredient.
They
will.
I thought they approached her and it was like, yeah, nah.
Everyone's got to beat Belle Delphine, man, one way or the other. And KSI and Logan Paul with the drinks and the bath waters and all this. But yeah, she confirmed that she will be working with the company to produce this beer, and they have a history of using models' vaginal yeast for quite a few years now. So she said, and I quote, "I'm actually working with the beverage company. It's not my own. I'm still doing that project. There's a beer company, and they're European. They want me to send in my vaginal yeast," she revealed. Like basically, like pap smear myself. They want me to make beer using my vaginal yeast, like the same profile, I guess. So, yeah, Yoni's website delves into the process of how this takes place. So apparently, like once the bacteria is isolated, cleaned, and Dutch will know about this more. This microbiology, yes. Okay, cleaned and identified. It is then multiplied to the quantity that allows for the preparation of culture starter kits that are used in the brewery during beer fermentation. The Yoni lactobacillus is used in the production.
Can I quickly jump in?
Yeah.
Tommy, you like her. So, can you tell me, does she have a boyfriend or a husband or a lover?
We covered that a while ago, bro, when like ex-husband, well, I don't even know if it's ex yet. I think they're still in the whole process of divorce, where he literally abused her live on stream. Like, she put her phone on loudspeaker and was just showing the world like how she gets spoken to by this guy.
I vaguely recall that topic, but the reason I bring this up is, so you are telling me that this man could just pour a beer on his girl's coochie and basically he gets what everybody will be having a taste of. So it's like beer with a hint of coochie.
Yes.
So, nah, man, nah. This chick is foul. But in as much as she's foul, she's the hardest working foul woman I know on the planet.
Jesus. She's a man. Yeah, so you know, everyone's got to beat Spelt Delphine with the bathwater. So this is the way to go, guys.
I never thought there would be something worse than bathwater. It never crossed my mind. I thought that was peak nastiness.
Yeah. She's got to be unique, bro. She's got to be unique. So, you know, we had Gwyneth Paltrow who released that other flippin' vaginal perfume. So, I mean, yeah. People are trying, man.
Hey. Nah, we're doomed. We're a doomed species.
We live in a simulation.
Bro, we probably do.
But yeah, that is my content creator news. Kojo?
Honestly, none. I have none. This has been a very, well, from what I have gathered and seen, it's been a very lean week.
What do you mean by that?
Okay. Well, let me add one more. So Kai Cenat had Nicki Minaj on his stream on October 24th. So, well, they first Instagrammed live, and then he shared the view on his stream as well. So he was basically just telling her like, look, I'm gonna go to jail, bro. And she's like, what? You know, completely shocked. And then he's like, you got my bail? And then she's like, why you going to jail, dog? He's like, nah, 7 days. It's crazy, for real. And then like explaining the whole situation that happened in the city with all the riots and everything. So yeah, this guy has flipping everyone coming onto the stream, dog. Yeah, so like, but yeah, cool. Moving on to the esports.
Wait,
so
hold on.
Yeah,
you didn't ask Maxwell if he has any content creator news.
Thank you, Kojo.
You know, it's like,
to hell with you, Tommy.
So you should.
Yeah, so I just want to give an update on the Sniper Wolf drama.
Oh yeah.
Our video from last week is slightly outdated, and this video will probably also be outdated by the time the information comes out, but we might as well stay on top of it, which is basically Sniper Wolf. If you haven't heard, she's been evading her ban by posting up on her second channel. Basically, that's a YouTube policy guide no, so everybody's waiting to see how YouTube's going to react to it. People were quick to point it out. And the worst part about her posting on her second channel, it's not even her creating new content and putting it on her second channel. It's her posting up old content from years ago and remonetizing it on her second channel, which is, bruh, how lazy. Like, dog.
If it ain't broke, don't break it.
There's like, if you want to go into the dictionary and look up a picture of what useless is, and Sniper Wolf pops up. Because seriously, if her boyfriend didn't mastermind her career, I wonder if she would have been able to bring it off the ground herself. Like, it honestly feels like she's writing off the goodwill of what her boyfriend / husband did. And this guy was a dumbass, where now they've got those divorce papers and they're fighting of what is due and what isn't due. But hey, man, you should be like, what's that PSG player, Hakimi? I forgot what his first name is. But this guy, and I'm not condoning his behavior. Ashraf Hakimi. Yes. I'm not condoning his behavior, but he cheated on his wife. She filed for divorce. She wanted half his shit, and the court ruled she can't get any of his shit because he has it all down under his mother's name. His mother, the queen she is, told him, all of your wealth, put it under my name, because you don't know who you're going to meet out here and what they'll want from you or try to take from you. But your family will always have your back. So under his mother's guidance, he put everything he owns under her name. So when the divorce came in, the wife couldn't take anything from it. So he's kept all of his shit. So this guy, popping up this girl, should have thought in the future, what are her skill sets and talents? If she's not really bringing anything to the table but her appearance and her looks and being the face, how am I securing my future if ever one day we fall apart or we go our own way? So I guess on this mini rant, he deserves what he's getting. But she's really riding the coattail of what was built, and it is tiring. We got niggas like us who are busting our ass putting up original content, and we got people like that who are basically getting their careers made for them and are riding on that coattail and are not putting any effort. Like, guys, we should dumb down our content and just get to trashy, clickbaity, no work type of stuff. Mini rant over.
Alright. Yeah. Alright. Now, but I feel you, Doug. I feel you. But yeah, we'll see what happens with her. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Moving on to the esports section. Guys, it's not looking good for LCS. Well, I mean, it is. For my team. For everyone else, yeah, Hade, SKT T1. We out here. The game between SKT T1 and C9 was flipping dope. Holy shit, that was sick. But I'll give you guys all the scores and the whatnots in the next episode, because yeah, as we wait for the finals, so it's gonna be dope. I don't think I have anything else. Kojo, anything esportsy from you?
No, not this week.
Oh yeah, Max.
I saw some dude called iClimb or something is retiring from CS:GO or some shit like that.
Ah, okay. Condolences to him, I guess. I don't know.
I thought maybe one of you guys would know him.
Nay. Alright, then that brings us to the discussion section. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss?
So I want to briefly touch upon a topic we've mentioned in the past, but I want to just quickly resurrect it and just get you guys' impression. And it's about the state of how games come out. Because Kojo, earlier you mentioned, what was that, City Skyline not coming out in a good condition, and people hating on it and saying that, but with due time it will come good, right?
Yep.
So my question is this acceptable? Should we be allowing this, that games are coming in these conditions of, oh no, give it a couple of weeks for the definitive version, and sometimes give it a couple of years. In that case, your No Man's Sky, your Cyberpunk, what else has come out in a broken state where they've focused on fixing? Like, on the one hand, I applaud the teams who are spending the years to fix it and get it right. But then on the other hand, is it really okay for us to be getting games in that condition to begin with? Because we're paying premiums for these games. So what I ask you guys is, where is the balance? Where is, okay, this is acceptable versus this is not okay?
For me, this is gonna sound controversial, but for me, The types of game releases that I don't think are okay. I want to first say, at first I wanted to say it's the ones that don't even have a beta release or whatever. Nah, games that just come out and you like never heard of them. You never even heard they were in beta or whatever. I don't trust those games because then it means all the bugs in J that people pick up will come straight to the players, and that's some bullshit. So yeah, game releases like that need to just stop, period. Another thing is also to say that if you are known for releasing games like every 5 years and you release a game within 2 years, I don't trust you. Don't release that game. Stick to the fucking status quo of what you usually release. That's just my beef. And now the types of game releases I like, obviously the opposites of all my aforementioned. Kojo?
See, where's the line? See, here's my thing, and it's something that I've said before and I've thought about. During the eras of old school gaming, and by old school, man, in the future, people will look back at PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series as old school gaming. Let me say gaming in the 1980s and 90s. Your SNES, your NES, your Sega Genesis, those consoles up until the PlayStation 2 and Xbox, maybe Xbox. Let's just say up until the Xbox, the original Xbox and PlayStation 2. As far as I know, those consoles, there was no such thing as, oh, it's fine, there'll be a day one patch and we'll have patches down the line. No. Once the game was in that, because there was not even digital downloads. Once that CD was in the box, in the case, that's it. There's no fixing, there's nothing. That's why people go back and find exploits in those old games to do speed runs and stuff like that. Because those games, you can't go back and fix those things. So my thing is, why have we come to accept this whole thing of, it's fine, we'll fix it in a patch down the line. It's fine, the game can come out. It got to a point, and I'm going to compare it to something else. Where now when the game comes out and it's like with Spider-Man, the game came out and it was fine. Early reviews were like, oh, it's not buggy, it's not this, and people were celebrating, yeah, it's not buggy. I mean, is that how low the bar has become that we're celebrating games that are not buggy? It's nowadays when, let's say there's a conference, a gaming conference, and a developer comes out and they're talking about their game. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but in the game come out and they're listing all the features. And under the features is, oh, by the way, there are no microtransactions. Everybody loses their minds. Yeah, no microtransactions. And I'm sitting there going, that's how far we've fallen. That no microtransactions is a feature that we all get excited about. And it's the same way I feel now about it. Yeah.
I just want to interject and say, I agree with you. I agree with you completely. So my question to that now is, what do you think triggered that acceptance? Because what you say it corresponds with a microtransaction part, but it also corresponds with these yearly game releases like your FIFA, your Call of Duty, Bethesda to an extent. I'll plug that in to say that we get certain games where people are complaining that the formula, yes, actually I'll bring this in with Bethesda and Starfield. Because I'm seeing the narrative with Starfield has been changing slowly. Where when it first released, everyone was celebrating it, or most people were celebrating it. And there were some people who released their reviews like a week or even a month after the game released, saying, no, Starfield ain't it. And I saw an adjacent video talking about the problem with reviews, where there's this guy, I forgot what his name is. He did a very good video on it, but he was basically saying about the problem with reviews, and he was even saying himself as an example, because he also gets game copies and reviews them, where it's like, you're under a time constraint to release the review, and he's like, how are you going to be able to play a game properly, fully, but at the same time you need to get it out, do the voiceover for it, the recordings for it, then also edit the videos and get it in time for that embargo to live, so you're getting it in time with everyone else. And I was like, yeah, that's why you get guys like Angry Joe who take weeks to months to release their thing. It's not even a thing about how much effort they put in the video itself. It's also a thing of sitting down, taking notes of every little instances, because he also pointed out about when you get now your footage, going back to particular instances in your footage to bring up for your video and all of that stuff. And all of us editing videos, we know the pains, especially you, Tal, you know the pains of having to go back to a 30-hour video and finding particular moments if you weren't paying attention during the playthrough and noting down at this intersection is where this and this happened. So
Absolutely.
the thing is with Bethesda, the narrative with Starfield is, no, the engine is outdated. This is not good enough. There are games like Cyberpunk who are doing it better. There are games like GTA and whatnot, which came out years earlier, who are doing it better. And all of that stuff of Bethesda needs to go to their engine, strip it down, and revamp it as opposed to tweaking it to making it better. And when we get the next Elder Scroll, what we see with Starfield is more or less what the next Elder Scroll is going to be. So people have issues with, to tie back to the whole conversation of when did this become acceptable? What was the triggering point of us allowing this to be acceptable? What I'm trying to say is you got games like FIFA, games like Call of Duty, games like Bethesda, where there are minute changes to how the games run. And people complain about those minute changes. Because I've been seeing that people are saying the EA FC 24 is bad. That's what the general consensus is about that game. But these companies have no incentive to change that behavior because we're still going to be paying for those games. Call of Duty is not suddenly going to revamp itself, or FIFA is not suddenly going to revamp itself. Bethesda is not going to suddenly revamp itself because they're still raking in millions, even if people are angry, even if people wish there were certain things which could be changed. A majority of gamers are casual players who feel, nah, this is okay. So it's not going to change in as much as, so the bugginess, buggy games, microtransactions, and minute changes coming in year after year, those are going to be recurring features of the gaming landscape. And I worry that there will be a new bad trend that is going to come in that we're just going to casually accept as, yeah, that's gaming as it is today. Because I will agree with you, Kojo, that gaming back in the days, up until the PS2, Xbox, / maybe PS3, 360, because yeah, you are right, it's the 360 era that introduced the internet connection and all of that. Specifically, it was the 360 that introduced all of that. Before then, I think gaming was at its peak. Sure, there were annoying things, but gaming was fun. Now it feels like gaming has become a science.
That's deep. And it's true. Yeah. There's a formula to these things.
There's methods to madness, guys. Hella method to madness. By the way, Jojo, anything else from your side, bro?
No, I'm good.
That's our way. Thanks for that, Max. Alright, moving on to the news blitz. Let's wrap it up, Max Whale.
Guess what? There is nothing blitzy worth to share.
Okay, well, that's all she wrote, folks. Oh. Damn right. Okay, well, thanks, gents. Guys, we're going to be wrapping it up there. Thank you so much for listening. And yeah, please shoot us a like and a subscribe as we release weekly. And yeah, that's been your boy Thamziri, bringing you the weekly patch notes from X to Skip with my boys Kid Kojo and Maxwell. And we'll be checking you guys next week for another episode. So stay good, stay healthy, and keep gaming. Peace.